man. You know what? Oh, I just got a little sugary crunch. Sorry. Sorry. Jumped off topic there. Got a little sugary crunch. I love that stuff. Hey friends, welcome to Ripley, Tennessee. I'm Greg Hudson, and this is what ABR is all about. A married couple, one a former mechanic and one a paralegal, following their dreams and making European waffles from scratch using pearl sugar. And not only that, we're gonna try something called a Whiskit. I don't know. Let's go grab a bite at B's Waffle Cakes. Hey, Chris, what's up, man?
Hey, how's it going?
Very, very well. Good to see you, brother.
Good seeing you too.
Wow, I love the homey energy you got going on in here.
We worked hard to get this energy.
I see that.
Yeah, we did. We really worked really hard to try to get this this comfortable feeling when you come in.
Well, you know what? You read my mind on that. Comfortable. This feels like a comfortable place where the community would come in and just hang out. Like I could totally see coming in for some coffee, hanging out.
We sell a lot of coffee. We got the best coffee in town.
Do you really?
Yes, sir.
See, I came for the waffles, stay for the coffee.
Yep. But we do. We have a lot of customers that come in and they'll just hang out. They'll stay for hours at a time and just talk and chit chat. We have a group of 3 that come in like once a month and they'll just sit here and visit. They meet up from different directions.
Oh.
And yeah, and they just meet. This is their central location. They meet and they'll sit here for 2 or 3 hours and chit chat and catch up.
You know, I didn't think about that because, you know, we're in a beautiful, quaint, small town here in Ripley. But you're right. This is probably a nice little hub for people in surrounding counties to all come. What a great spot for that.
Yep. And it works really well. It works really well.
Well, I can only for so long have a conversation with you and not pretend like this isn't staring me in the face. So it's B's Waffles, right?
That's correct.
We got burgers in front of us.
Yes, sir. The burgers, it's actually a ground chuck short rib blend meat that we season up ourselves. And then we put them on our signature waffles with the pearl sugar in them. The seasoning that goes along with the burgers and then the sweet from the waffle makes them go really, really good together. Let's
give this a shot. I mean, you know, that's a big thing. Sweet and savory are a great combination.
Yes.
Look at this thing. Hold on. You know what I'm going to do? Just so I don't spill it. I'm going to look at this. Do you want to get in here? You want to check this out? Look at that. Yeah, 2 patties are on there.
Yep.
These are like jumbo sliders, I guess. I don't know.
Yes.
How much? Chris, I'm trying.
Can you do it?
Is this how they always come, though, or did you do this because we're here?
No, this is how they
come with 2 patties like this.
Yes, and if you get all the toppings, it's going to look just like yours. Awesome. Mine's not quite as tall because all I got was mustard.
I got a little everything on here.
All right, so let's see what we got here.
I don't know what Don't at me in the comments.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh! Brother. Listen. Okay, we got a lot to unpack here. A lot to unpack. Take a seat.
I got all day.
Well, okay. First of all, I just got a nice little crunch of sweetness. But you know what? This waffle isn't overly sweet, right? It's, you know, you might expect, as he was talking about the pearl sugar in there, we're going to hopefully learn more about that a little bit later, but it's not like, how can I put this? It's not just overly sweet like a donut, you know, with glaze. It is sweet just enough on the inside to pair well with that beef. And that leads me to my next topic. That burger that's not just an accessory. I didn't expect you guys to have such a great burger blend here when it comes to this, because the waffle is in the name. You think that's going to be the star, but these are co-stars, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's going on with that patty?
It's a lot. It's a lot of meat in that burger.
I think maybe, you know what it is? I love short rib. Maybe it's that richness is coming from that short rib.
You get a little extra fat, a little extra juice that comes from the short rib.
And the seasoning on that?
And I can't tell you what that is.
You knew I was going to ask when I was done with this bite, didn't you? I wasn't just about to ask you.
We have a lot of people ask us about our seasoning blends that we use. And we don't release that information.
And that sweetness again, I just keep getting little pops of sweetness. So, yeah, this is not your mama's waffle whatsoever.
Not at all.
And you guys are making these, I guess, scratch in house. Who's the brainchild behind all this, man?
Well, the dough itself, the waffles, were my wife's invention. And then I decided that we should try to sell them. Because we were eating them at home, and I was like, man, these things are so good. And I told her, I said, we need to see if we can sell these things. I think people will buy them. And she was really hesitant at first, and we jumped right into a 600 square foot space, which was really difficult to get this thing going in that much footage.
Yeah.
Our kitchen was 121 square feet. So, yeah, it was hard to do that.
Cooking in the bathroom.
Dead middle of summertime, hot. The building itself was hot. We had more dining outside than we had inside.
Man.
So people were eating outside in 100-degree heat. And then, of course, we found this space and just moved on over. And now I think we're right at 3,000.
3,000 square feet.
And we still need more space.
Whoa. Well, I'm going to get back there and find out what this is all about. And I already know why the waffles are so popular, but I got to see how this is done, man.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll sure show you.
So I found the mastermind. This is Libby, who's going to take us through this entire process. And your husband Chris was just bragging about you out there. And I had that bacon, egg, and cheese. What do you guys call that here?
The bacon-tastic.
The bacon. It was bacon-tastic.
The bacon-tastic.
But we're going a little sweet now. We're going to the sweet side of things.
We're going to make the turtle, shell not included. No one wants to eat shells on their pecan.
No, they get stuck in your teeth.
Yes.
It's terrible.
Yes. But it is made from whole pecan halves, chocolate, and caramel. And the caramel sauce is a blend of my own sauce that we put together. So you can get it here. You can't get it anywhere else.
You had me at turtle. And,
yes.
and again, these scratch-made waffles.
Yes.
They are just. How many customers tell you how addicting those things are?
We hear it daily.
Okay.
Every day that we're open, someone tells us that our waffles are delicious and addicting. That's why they come back.
They are. They really are. All right, sweet side. So what do we do?
We have our waffle dough that we make every day.
Okay.
And we measure it out here. And
beautiful.
Perfect. So
Beautiful.
Just been doing it for a little while. So then we put it over in our waffle iron.
Okay.
We close down the lid, turn it over, and let it do what it does. And it'll beep at us and let us know. So we do 2 of these.
Oh, for the turtle?
For the turtle. For all my sweet waffles, they come in 2s.
Oh my God.
So we do it again. We put it here and let it do what it does. So once these are finished, they come out hot, crispy on the outside, and fluffy in the middle.
And these are made to order every time.
Every time.
like, right?
Everything is made to order.
Where did you come up with this? Like the European style waffle. That's just not. I don't know.
You just have
Ripley, Tennessee. Who thought you'd come here to get a European style waffle?
No one. That's why it works. So, but no one in town has anything like this, even within 3 to 4 hours of where we're located.
Oh, I believe it.
The closest you can get is Nashville, and there's a restaurant there that serves the Liege waffles.
I can start to smell this. I'm telling you. Oh my gosh.
And it is a yeasted dough, so everything has to be just right, and it rises and does what it does. It's why I say that's where the magic happens.
And it's a dough. That's the key as well, right?
It's a dough. It's not a batter. It is a dough. So once the waffles get done, we pull them out of the waffle iron. I'm going to take this glove off.
Okay.
And
they are getting there because that smell right now, I am telling you.
Yeah, we got a special fork too.
Oh man, maybe it's that yeast along with the sweetness that I'm smelling, because together,
yes,
that yeast and the sweetness together are just
wonderful.
My goodness.
So we just kind of pop these out.
Look at those little tongs.
Yep. And special just for the waffle iron, so you can slide.
Is that what those are made for?
Yes.
I was going to say that's really cool.
Yes, we purchased this especially for the waffle irons. And then we take this one out. That one may need a little more time. We just have to make sure you get that little hint of brown on there, so it's crispy on the outside and still fluffy the cake like in the middle.
And that's what I love. I'm a big texture guy.
Yes.
So that little hint of caramelization that you
Yes.
get on the outside.
You've
Oh,
got
I
to
love that
have
crunch.
Yes.
Love
and that's
that.
that's what makes the waffle so good. You get that caramelization of the pearl sugar inside the waffle, and it melts and gets those little crispy, crunchy bites in there. Is what makes the waffle.
And that
so
pearl
good.
sugar, that's very unique if I'm not mistaken,
Yes.
right?
You can't just buy it at your local grocery. You can buy it online. It is a specialty item, but we have it. It's imported to the company that we purchase it from. It's imported
okay.
from one place in the world, from my understanding.
See, that attention to detail.
Yes.
And but again, it's one of those things that makes this unique. It's
Yes.
why you get that crunch. It's why you get that caramelization,
Yes.
not just a waffle that is going to go flat once it cools off.
Yeah, and I can put all my toppings on there, and it never gets soggy.
Oh,
Ever.
see, that's what it is.
Yeah.
I like that because you're right. Once you start putting those toppings on there and some of the cream and chocolate and everything else, it
Soaks
can.
into the-
Yeah.
A normal waffle from batter, it would soak in there. Mine just sits on the top, so when you eat it, you still get the crisp of the waffle.
Living in the future.
I'm trying.
You really are.
We are trying.
2047 in this episode. Let's see how we're looking here.
Oh yeah.
That's what you want. See
Yes.
that caramelization in there?
Yes.
That's what we're talking
See that
about.
there's a little
Right,
piece of sugar
little-
right in there.
That's what you want. That
Yes.
crunch, caramelization.
Yes. So we pop
Oh,
it
look at
out
that
there.
side.
Yeah. And then we put it right there. We're gonna go across to the other side and put it together.
Okay. Apparently, I'm going to learn how to make a turtle waffle, but she's pretty meticulous, so we'll see how I do. I'll be honest with you, this is the part that I've been the most nervous about because what everybody tells me is that this is your domain, Livy. This is your area. You are the commander of the station here.
Just a little.
So
I want everything. I want it to be pretty. I want it to look good when it goes out, and I want my customer to want to take a picture of their food because it looks good. And then when they take a bite, man, it tastes as good as it looks.
And I heard you say something earlier that I never really thought about, but it's very true. Is you said when I see somebody out there taking a picture of our food, it makes me happy because I know they think it looks pretty.
Yes.
And that is, in today's world and society, that is so true because I'm guilty right here, this guy. I'm the one with the camera out. I'm doing all the angles and the zoom and the pull
Yep.
up. I'm doing all that stuff,
Yep.
for social media, for everything else. And you're right, I never thought of it though from like your side of things that like, wow, that probably is a pretty nice compliment.
Yeah,
that
you
people do that.
want to eat it with your eyes first, and if it looks good, you're more likely to try it to see how it tastes.
Yeah. So
So-
that makes sense in why you want to make sure you command the expo station here
Yeah.
and
I
do
wanna-
everything. So, okay, well, you teach me then how we are going to make a turtle waffle.
Okay, we're gonna take our waffles. I'm gonna give you your waffle.
They're fresh. These are the ones we just made.
Yes.
And see that caramelization real quick? I just want to make sure you guys see this. This is what we're talking about when we're talking about the waffles that have that little bit of crunch in the outside and that caramelization, and that's from that pearl sugar.
From the pearl sugar.
That's what we're talking about, and
Yep.
that's what makes it incredibly unique, not to mention you're using a dough on top of it. So
A dough,
very unique waffle.
Okay, so first we're gonna go with some chocolate.
These still just smell so good.
You're gonna,
It's that yeasted dough, man. I'm
Yeah.
telling you right now, that is just... That's not bad.
look at that.
I'm
And
actually
then you-
impressed myself on that one, I'm gonna be honest with you.
And then you want to cover the top with those pecans.
Okay, pecans next.
Yep. And then we're going to cover it with some caramel. Because what's a turtle without caramel?
Oh,
Gotta
caramel
have
and
the
chocolate
caramel.
is just, for me,
Goes
heavenly
good
combination.
together.
Now, did you do it the same direction? I want to make sure I do it the right way.
Yes.
Okay. Because again, I know you are the commander back here.
That looks good. I might would hire you in the kitchen.
Hey, bring me on back. But I think it's because I was just messy as a kid, and it's like, wee!
It worked.
You know, just coloring outside the lines.
And then we want to put a really pretty dollop of whipped topping.
Oh, please.
But now this,
oh,
this
see,
may
I'm going
be
to mess
the hard
this.
part.
You read my mind. This is the part I'm going to butcher. Oh,
You're going to do it. I have
Is it a
confidence.
circle?
Yeah,
Is it a
just
swirl?
Put it in the middle and then just kind of do you a little circle.
And we got more drizzle to do? Is that
Yes.
right?
We are going to do a little bit of caramel. because you have to make it look pretty.
See what you did there? That was a very nice little dainty.
Yeah.
So that we don't lose the color of the whipped cream on there.
Yes.
So, look, it's just a little kiss.
Yep. See, look.
Just, whoo. Yeah, but here's the thing. I'm doing this slowly with one waffle. You crank these out of here and make them look pretty hundreds at a time a day.
Yes.
So I don't know if I can do that. So we do the chocolate?
Yes. Just a drizzle. There you go. See, just enough.
Less is more.
You see that you're getting the chocolate and the caramel. And then you're going to take another pecan and you're just going to stick it right in the top. There you go.
This is fun. No wonder you love being in this station.
know.
This is great.
Well, and you get to make everything look pretty.
That's it.
So,
you know what? You've seen me in the kitchen quite often, but I'm kind of proud of this one. I had a great teacher. Libby, you got me going here today.
You couldn't really tell that much difference.
A little whipped cream issue, but all right, well, we've eaten with our eyes. Now it's time to taste.
Yes.
Let's go.
All right.
So, little whipped cream, little chocolate, little...
Pecan and
I can feel the
caramel.
crunch with that fork. I'm going to put a pecan on there.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Man. You know what? Oh, I just got a little sugary crunch. Sorry. Sorry. Jumped off topic there. Got a little sugary crunch. I love that stuff. You know what I think is most impressive about your waffles?
What?
First of all, the little crunch that you get in there, but they're so versatile because they're not overly sweet.
Overly sweet. And this is what everyone tells us.
Which I love. I'm just not a big super sweet person, but man, with the chocolate and the caramel sauce, and then just a little whipped cream, and then additional crunch from that pecan, it all goes so well together. And whether you're big into sweets or you're not, this is going to be a great dessert for you.
Yes.
Because for me, I just want to keep eating it, and I'm normally not a big sweet dessert guy. Yeah. Again,
You just want to keep eating it.
It's this addictive thing that keeps coming back to me. I don't know what it is. I think there's something in the dough you're not telling us that is just keeping people coming back. I don't know what it is, but is it there? Again, the versatility with those waffles. And you know what? You're right. You said something back there. And now it's holding true. What I want you to really think about. We put 2 rounds of caramel sauce, 2 rounds of chocolate sauce. We put a giant dollop of whipped cream on there. And yet the integrity of that waffle still has that crunch on the outside.
Nope, doesn't break down.
Even right in the middle. With all of that topping, I just got a bite from the middle, still crunchy in the outside of that waffle.
You get soft and fluffy in the middle.
Man.
Waffle cake.
Jeez, you need to sell these in stores. That's crazy. Oh,
Now you
I might have
feel
hit
like
on
them.
something. Sorry. Maybe foreshadowing. Foreshadowing. Yeah, I was going to say, I need to go to my grocery and be able to buy these. Now, I do have to ask you a question. I was talking to some people out front.
Okay.
I have one question for you. What in the heck is a whisket? Do you guys have whiskets here?
We have whiskets. And whiskets is my biscuit dough cooked in the waffle iron to order as customers want them. So they order a whisket, they order just plain smothered, which is my whiskets and gravy. You can get it with bacon, chicken, steak, or sausage, egg and cheese, but it looks like a waffle. But when you bite into it, it tastes like a biscuit.
Okay, this lady is just, I don't know what's happening, but apparently, well, I want to try it with the fixin'. So what we're going to do is,
with the fixins.
coming up next, apparently we're trying a whisket for the first time. And I don't know if ABR history, but definitely in my history. Whisket's coming up next. Well, thank you both for sitting down with me for a little bit here. I have a ton of questions. This is just not something you would expect in Ripley, Tennessee. This is just incredible. But first, I got to get into these whiskets.
Yeah.
This is a first for me. So, okay, I'm going to start here because this has the egg on it, right? You start with anything with like a runny egg. We're going to start here. So, Libby, tell me about these whiskets. Where did this come from?
It is my biscuit dough, but we can cook it to order. So it is my biscuit dough recipe.
Sorry, look what I just did. I'm sorry. We got to do a commercial break for an egg yolk here. Oh, you see, that's what. Oh, look at it. Look at it. Just. This is my kind of sandwich. Oh, man. Those are buttery.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of butter in that whiskey.
But again, getting that texture on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm sorry.
And
I just got real excited about the runny egg.
No, that's fine.
So,
the waffle iron gives it the crisp on the outside, and it allows it to be still soft on the inside, the way a biscuit should be.
and so you take your biscuit dough, you said, right, in that recipe.
Yes. And we cook it to order in the waffle iron, and it comes out looking just like that.
Mm. Sorry. That's just such a unique thing to do.
Yes. Well, an employee, it was her idea. We gave it a try, and it worked perfectly.
Yeah.
So it allowed us to add whiskets to our menu.
That is a fantastic addition. I'll
Yes.
tell you that. And
Yes.
Chris, I see you got some of the
Oh yeah.
turtle waffle
Yeah, the
that
turtle.
we made in back too. We tried that; those are great. Well, let's get into the story, because your story is one of those. It's a story that is perfect for America's best restaurants, right? What we like to do, we like to find the small towns, the independent restaurants and restaurant owners that have a great story to tell and are doing something creative, fun, and unique, and just awesome food from scratch. But even as I sit here and I'm like, man, this is delicious, it's innovative, you guys don't necessarily have a culinary background before you got into this.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
So talk me through that. Like, how'd that work out?
The only thing I ever repaired was automobiles. Never cooked anything. I mean, I might grill out on the weekends or something on a grill, burgers and hot dogs.
But not on a commercial level where you've got a restaurant like this.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Not at all.
So it was new for both of us.
Yes. But we took what we did at home, and he had the idea, said, people will buy these. If we make it, people will come and buy these. So I put all my confidence in him and said, okay. And here we are.
Like, you just saying that because you're my husband, or do you really mean you think people will buy these?
Well, I think I fed them pretty good when I cooked at home. There
Yeah.
were no complaints. So
And so that's how this whole thing was born, because you worked in the automotive field, right? You were a parent. You were in the legal field?
I was a paralegal for the state for 10 years.
Man. And then at one point you just said, you know what?
She says I pushed her. I think we pushed each other. But anyway, I was the one that kept saying, I believe people will buy these. I believe they'll buy them. And she's like, I don't know if they will or not. And then one day we decided, we found a small space and rented it. And
Went from there. 600 square feet.
yeah, 600 square feet.
I was going to say, that's part of your journey too.
Kitchen and all.
What I want you to think about, two entrepreneurs with, great careers, legal field, repaired automobiles. I mean, those are great careers that aren't going anywhere. Yet you stop and you say, you know what? This is what we're going to do. And you start off in a, what'd you say, 600 square
600,
feet?
Yes.
Yeah.
And 121 square feet of that was just kitchen. That's all the kitchen space we had to work with.
Yes.
And then now, I don't know how many months later, here we are. Look at this place.
In October.
We
were
moved
in
out of the 600 square foot space in October.
We opened here October 1st.
So not too long then, and already you got this thing going. And you know what I think I really like about this, and it's something that we noticed when we walked in before cameras were even rolling, is it just feels so comfortable in here.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes. We want people to feel they can come in, they can sit down, they can enjoy their company with their family or their friends, and not feel rushed to leave. Just to sit back and enjoy. That's why we wanted the colors we chose, things like that, just be calming and relaxing, so no one felt in a hurry. Everybody's always in a hurry. We always have to get from point A to point B quickly.
Right.
And we want people to feel like they don't have to be in a hurry when they're here.
They can just slow down and enjoy themselves.
I love that.
Yes.
That's such a great philosophy to have as a restaurateur.
Yes.
Because let's be honest, man, a lot of restaurants, and I get it, it's turn and burn. It's hey, get this table in, get it out, clean it off, let's go. So for people to have a nice spot, especially for a community like this of Ripley, you know, small town,
Very small.
a great community where people can come and visit with their friends and neighbors in the area. This is what you want to see. This is the kind of place you want to come into. And not just that, you want this kind of food.
Yes.
And I'm going to give you another compliment too, and you guys are going to get this when I show you this. When have you ever stopped and gotten yourself a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich for breakfast and gotten this much bacon on it? Like, look, this is piled with bacon. You know, when you go get a breakfast sandwich from you pull up real quick and grab one and go, you don't get this much bacon.
No, absolutely not.
So I want to thank you for that alone.
You've got to have the right meat to bread ratio on any sandwich.
You see, you make it the way you would want it yourself at
Yes.
home.
I do.
That's the key. Well, speaking of community and visiting and sitting here and relaxing, how have you been received by the town of Ripley? Because you're doing some pretty unique stuff here. I mean, the waffles that you're making with sort of that European Belgian style with the pearl sugar. I mean, you import that for God's sakes.
Yeah.
That would be unique in any city, not just a town like Ripley. How have you been received by the community here? What's that been like for you guys?
Our community has been awesome. All the way from just the citizens of the county, all the way to the community leaders, our mayors, our Chamber of Commerce. We have a new tourist development guy named Alex Wilson. He's been a great supporter of ours. The community itself has really came in. We've got great friends and family that's coming here constantly. We've got some here now that come in here on a regular basis, 2 or 3 times a week, and eat. And so we've really been received well. And
That's great.
It's grown a lot faster than we ever anticipated it growing.
Yeah, when you started out 600 square feet, you're coming from something that has nothing to do with the culinary field, and now look at you.
Yeah.
Well, let's take that a step further. What's the future look like? What do you guys foresee down the road for Bees?
Well, we definitely want to grow Bees. We've been asked to be in other communities, to open locations in other communities. That's
Really?
something
Getting a little popular
Yeah.
around outside of Ripley. They're hearing
It's
about
been
you.
requested that we open restaurants in Millington, Arlington, Lakeland, Clarksville, Tennessee, even as far away as Texas.
Well, I was going to say, I'd like to formally put in my requests that are open to Bees in Cincinnati, Ohio, for the record.
So we have been asked multiple times
Yeah.
about expanding and opening up more locations, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of interest in that. We're interested in that, but it's baby steps right now.
Mhm.
You know, we feel like we're at a crossroads where we need to do more, but we're also at a place that we don't want to grow too fast. We want to kind of just ease in,
That's smart.
ease the feet in the water.
Yep.
And make sure we've got one established before we try to move on to another.
Yep.
So that's kind of where we're at this moment.
And restaurant owners heed that. Listen to what he said, because that's so important. Because if you try to grow too fast, you hit the gas pedal. Something goes wrong. Your food isn't ready yet for an expansion. All of a sudden, all the food's not like it used to be.
Yes,
That's what happens.
and my quality is number one.
Oh, we know. She stands at that expo window and looks at every single dish that comes out, and it will not hit this dining room if it does not pass the Libby standard. Know that.
It has
That's
to.
a fact.
It has
Yeah.
to.
So down the road, maybe multiple locations, but here, little expansion with this particular location as well?
Yes. We're working on the space next door. We've already leased the space, so we're working on expanding into there, but more of a diner type vibe to be able to bring in like shakes and malts and old school Sundays.
So like 50 style,
Yeah,
fun.
but with a modern, but to be more modern to fit where
And
we are
want
now.
to merge with this space. We
Yes.
want to kind of smash the two together.
It's got to be cohesive. It's got to, when you
Yes.
walk here or you walk over to the room next door,
Yes.
you want to still feel like you're in the same space. Maybe a little different energy.
Right.
You know, this has the cafe, relaxed, down home southern energy.
Yes.
Go over to the other space. You got a nice fun 50s diner.
Right.
Yes.
But you're going to add some new menu items, it sounds like, for that
Yes,
as well.
we are.
Man, well, I want to thank you for the time today that you spent with us, because this is just such a unique place.
Thank you.
And I can't wait to come back. And first of all, I'm going to come back for the whiskets and, of course, for the turtle waffles. But I can't wait to see what you guys do with that space. What a day. Thank you guys so
Thank
much.
you. We
Thank
really
you. We
appreciate it.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Man, I love it when it's the small towns that have the biggest innovations. Definitely the case here at B's Waffle Cakes. We'll see you next time on America's Best Restaurant.